Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Soccer Bro here. Welcome to a new series on my channel. It's pretty exciting because I was actually thinking about this a lot, but it would also help during the spooky season, like since I can't literally go everywhere every day, especially the places that are pretty far away. For example, like North Adams and Stafford, Connecticut. We recently started going to Stafford, Connecticut recently for something new, to change it up for series and other stuff. But this is going to be a series of me going over haunted places and history of Massachusetts, mostly haunted history specifically, and very gruesome parts of history, things that a lot of people don't know because it's not as the information's not there unless you literally go looking for it, or you have to either do a ton of research, or you just have to go out to those areas and go find whatever you can find yourself. Yeah. We're outside again, but I did make a bunch of notes for this specifically, but this is gonna have more parts, considering, because there's a lot that I have to go over and things that I've heard that I remember. And I know that there's not many videos of these places, especially places in North Adams, but there's other places in the Berkshires and Hampden County that are very historical and have a lot of history and that are extremely haunted, that a lot of paranormal investigators overlook, or they just don't know about it, so they don't go over these places. And a lot of these places I've actually been to, and I've had experiences there and everything else. So this is a brand new series, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll have so much fun doing this, because even without the series, even before I was a content creator, like I would just randomly in conversations bring stuff like this up for just because like I was like interested in it. But from my experience of all of this, a lot of people used to just get mad at me because like it would just come out of nowhere, even though we're like talking about other things. But things like this is stuff that I usually like to enjoy about, and these are like topics that I'm actually interested in. And considering most of the time when I'm actually talking to people, half the time I don't remember anything we're talking about, mostly because like I can't focus in general. So most of the time, before going out places, or if I have to go interact with people, I would actually drink caffeine because it helps me focus, especially like posting stuff. And I know you guys have seen a lot of stuff with the tunnel, and today, yes, we are talking about Hoosac Tunnel today. But yeah, you guys have seen me like spam this place the most, and no, I'm never gonna stop with this place for content reasons. And this series will actually continue apart from this video and actually being there and exploring the place, because it's so big and there's like so much with this place that needs to be covered. And I'm happy to actually do it and talk to you guys about it and everything else. Like, I'm super excited. And yeah, next up would be the mansion you guys have all seen and everything else. That's gonna be separate videos because I have to do research for that and everything else. But I have like photos and videos set up. I don't really have videos for the mansion though, but I do have photos, so oh well. It's just because like we can't really go inside there for now, sadly, but maybe someday I'll be able to do it. But again, I would need permission, and I can't talk to people, honestly. But anyways, let's get into the video. So back to the tunnel subject, it is one of the largest railways in the world, especially in America, and it's a very big tourist attraction, I could say, for those people who actually know about it. I didn't even know this place existed for years until my dad brought it up, and the first time I actually went there, I was with my father, but now I still love the place, and there's too many good memories there, and I overall just love paranormal stuff. My dad does not like it, so I don't understand why he went there in the first place. So the first few times it was just me, my mom, and him, and then after a while it was just me and my mom. Obviously, we go there a lot, and a lot of times when I would be content creating or recording a video, there would be people pulling in and going and taking photos, and then I would be literally like on the other side, either aware or not aware. It's just really hilarious. So the place has been a hot spot recently, and it has been known as the largest railway in America until 1916, which I think is quite interesting, because my connection to that year is that I was actually at a car show this year, and there was an actual Hudson, and it was a 1916, so it's just hilarious, because again, I literally just did some research, but again, I need more parts of this, because there's more to the history and everything else, and everything that I've heard. So yeah. So again, I also said it was also said of 1916 until 1916. So there was another railway that actually beat this record in 1916, which was on the east side, and the Hoosac Tunnel Range is more on like the west side of Mass. So it's more in Western Mass than it is Eastern Mass. So yes, it is in the Berkshires, and it does connect North Adams and Florida, Massachusetts. I've been on the West Portal. That's what we've been exploring and doing stuff there. And the West Portal is what we have seen, but the East Portal is the end that's in North Adams, technically. And the railway does lead up through Vermont, so it is pretty long. And we've been to the West Portal only. We haven't actually been to the other side, but from what I've researched, I know I said that it's like 40 miles long. If you walk it, that's how long it is. But if you're in a train, it's actually 4.75 miles long. But people who've walked through it have never made it to the other end of the tunnel for a lot of reasons. People have actually gone missing in the tunnel. There's been reports of that, and there's also another story that I'll get into a bit later in the video. But anyway, so what I also looked up, it said that it finished in 1874, but that's actually not true, because I don't think that everything on that website, and I did look through other websites as well, because I'm not an idiot, because you gotta look through everything for research purposes, because not everything that you find on each website is true. So anyway, the reason why it's not true that it finished building in 1874 is because the year that is literally plastered on the tunnel when you go there is actually, or at least the West Portal that I've been to, it says 1877, not 1874 or 1875. What I mean by 1875 is because it also said that another website said that it was finished building in 1875, which I thought was extremely stupid, because I know what exact year it ended. And if you want to know more about this, I don't know if the museum's open yet or not, but there is a museum in North Adams that you can go, and they are adding more information about the tunnel. So the best way to be factually correct would be to go to the museum. So, because I did want to go back there. I've been there once, and this was before they added this in, so there wasn't any information about the tunnel, but I was literally looking through because that was like the most thing that I was interested in at the point. Like, they had like little things, but nothing like major to like the full history and the story of the actual tunnel. So it was pretty sad, but they mostly focused on everything else historically from North Adams and the history of North Adams. So I don't remember like everything that I learned in there, because it's been years since I've been there, because it was years before I started content creating and stuff. So I would actually post historical posts on Instagram and stuff. I don't know if I actually deleted them. I might have, but it's not related to the tunnel, so I wouldn't look at it now. But anyway, back to the story. So yeah, the tunnel does connect North Adams and Florida, Massachusetts, which makes sense. There are multiple ways to get to the tunnel. One is the main way that I go, and I literally remember it by heart because it's literally like the easiest way to go. To get there, you literally have to drive on the Mohawk Trail to get there. You could actually find the directions in your Maps app on your phone if you have an iPhone. But if my information that, because you have to go through, and if you pass the bridge, which I also did content there as well, the little bridge that people can actually walk on, but it's private property, so I suggest you don't do that. And if it tells you to like turn into someone's house, don't turn in, just keep going straight and turn off the directions and just keep going straight up the road. I know that it doesn't really help the direction wise right now, but on the highway you should take the Greenfield exit, because it says Greenfield North Adams, and just take that exit, and then at the roundabout take the second exit, or it would be the second exit on the roundabout, and then just keep going straight up and just keep going straight until you technically just drive straight until you see the little fork in the road where you go straight to fully go to North Adams, which at this point you're actually in Florida, Mass. So then there's like a little road you turn onto there, and it says no alcohol and blah blah blah. And then you just keep going straight up that road. And then when you get to where there's a bunch of houses, there's two ways you could go. You can go left, and that will take you, keep going straight that way, then you'll be able to get to the tunnel. But if you turn right, you'll be going to Roe, Massachusetts, and we've been there as well. But that's just a bit of the directions. If it does not help, I am sorry. It makes more sense if I'm like in the car and I can literally tell you where to go. It's a lot easier than explaining it this way. But again, you could just find the directions through maps on your phone if you have an iPhone, or just type in the locations on a GPS. You can find it pretty easily. And now we're gonna get into the dark story of the makings of Hoosac Tunnel. So they did try to start another opening on the side of the west portal, but they figured out it wasn't actually gonna work, so they literally abandoned ship on that The opening is still there and it's still intact, and some people actually get into that shaft to go partying for some odd reason. A lot of people just go up there to party. It makes no sense, but there's always like trash around there. But it pisses me off because it's a historical place and you're leaving trash everywhere. So it's really not fair to a historical place. It's not cool doing that. I mean, yeah, you can party there if you want, but clean up after yourself. So yeah, so if you wanted to see where the opening was, when you're at the tunnel, you go straight up the hill and it's literally right there. And then there's a bunch of rocks around there. If you watched my first two videos ever at the Hoosac Tunnel, which are pretty old because it's from like 2019, I believe, or early 2020, because I literally did start YouTube a year ago, and you can actually see it because we actually go up to it and show it in the bonus video. And I know it's the same day because I'm wearing the same goddamn outfit with my hair up in a high ponytail, and then the bandana and the overalls. Oh my god. But yeah, that was a good day. But you can see the opening there. That's the first opening, but they literally scrapped that idea. Then they continued to work on the actual tunnel, and for what we know as today as Hoosac Tunnel. And there's a way, I heard that there is a park, a national park in North Adams, which you can actually be able to walk on top of the Hoosac Tunnel. But I suggest you don't do that because there's been multiple cave-ins because it hasn't really been prepared. But from what I recently do know is that they still actually use this railway, and it's been active since the 1800s. I was about to say 1900s. That's not correct. But so yeah, don't even though I'm probably gonna attempt it, don't do it. I'm doing it because I have a reason to. You guys do not. But I do admire if you guys do love exploring and traveling, so I get why you're gonna at least try. I know how it is because also at the tunnel you hop a stone fence off the side through the trail. Try to go through it during fall time because there's less ticks around. So because there's just a lot of like plants and debris and stuff. So also just watch where you walk. I'm not the only person who knew about this because one of the last time we were there when I was wearing my sweatshirt like that time for those videos, I hopped over the fence, the wall, and then my mom was like taking photos, and then two dudes are literally just walking up on me, scared the shit out of me. And they explained everything about the trails and stuff, and someone actually owns it, but he just lets people just come through. I don't know who the owner is. He didn't, so we don't know about that yet. But yeah, so going into the other part of history, the gruesome history, is that you can also find Hoosac Tunnel on like Halloween sites for places for paranormal hit for the spooky season, fall season, and Halloween. And the nickname is the Bloody Pit. The reason why it's called that is because during its construction, one of the businessmen, I'm just gonna say it's a businessman because I don't know if he's the person who owned or was the boss of the construction of the Hoosac Tunnel, so I'm just gonna say businessman. So he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. So the workers didn't know about this, but he caused an explosion way too early for what was planned, because I'm just gonna call this dude stupid. He didn't notify the workers. So a lot of the miners working on one of the days he decided to do the explosion on. I don't really know what the anniversary of that was. I think it said on the monument, but I totally forgot, and while I was researching I didn't find it. That's why I'm gonna do multiple parts of this. So he blew up and he killed 200 of the miners who were working for him for the construction, and it's just pretty sad that happened. And then I also looked up, there was a date for October 17th, 1867. 13 more of the miners were killed. I don't know what that goes in, because it only told me the date and it told me that 13 workers were killed. So I don't know if that's true or not, considering I have to do more research and stuff. So this is a bit of the history and a couple things that I know about the hoosac tunnel so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this part 1. I enjoyed it, but again, there's way more to the history of the tunnel that we have to go over, and there's just so much stuff about other places that I want to go over. And yes, the tunnel is haunted, and I've actually experienced a couple of paranormal things there more than once. If you go to one of my reels, I think it's on MissBro_photos, look through the reels, and then there is a video of me recording of the tunnel, inside the tunnel, and it wasn't actually raining, but like there's just water coming down from the whole thing. And it's actually common for the tunnel to do that. It's happened more than once. And from what I watched from the video, and I watched it multiple times, and I recorded this with my phone, like what I'm doing like right now for this YouTube video. There was I've seen multiple orbs just floating around in the tunnel in the background, like really close to the camera. But I know it wasn't from the water, because it was just, they were moving in weird ways and directions that it wouldn't make sense for the water, because the water would be coming straight down, and there was no water on the phone camera because I didn't go fully into the thing, but it looks like I did, but I didn't fully go into the tunnel for that video. So it was just weird, but if you watch it, I swear you'll notice it. You have to keep watching it really closely to notice it, and it's really weird. And I know that there's only like a small amount of YouTubers who have actually gone, and some paranormal investigators have actually gone to the tunnel to do videos. One I watched, it was a really long video, but I couldn't really watch it fully because the audio was just messed up on that video. So I couldn't really watch it fully through. So it was just interesting. It was like the only other one besides my videos from there that I know that people have actually done there. But they went further in than I did, so. And again, there's another opening portal to the tunnel, but I've never been there. But again, it's somewhere in North Adams, but I will find it someday and we'll do content there as well. But yeah, I will be back with another part for the series, and I hope you guys enjoy. And I'll also make a couple of videos for the series for the mansion. I'm only calling it the mansion right now is because I don't want to like butcher the full name of the mansion, which I know it will probably happen. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the series and you want more of the series, which I'm going to do anyway regardless. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys either in the next adventure video or in the next factual paranormal video, or any other video I decide to actually upload and make. And I hope you guys have a perfect spooky season, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your night and day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.